Hi, my name is Sue Bishop. Can you hear me okay? Hi. I'd like to welcome you to today's seminar. I'm talking about Beyond 2012 and the Golden Age. Okay, now, at the moment, fear is one of our most potent emotions. Collective fear has a strong vibration, and what we've been seeing over the last 10 years is an increase in the collective fear regarding 2012. Okay, the prophets of doom will have that we have cataclysmic earthquakes, tidal waves, volcanic eruptions going to take us down. Others are talking about pandemics that are going to wipe out billions. Some are talking about the earth poles reversing or the earth going into a total flip. Others are talking about aliens coming to get us. Others are talking about world wars. But all we're hearing is that annihilation's on the cards for us. Okay? Where has this collective fear come from? Well, at the moment, we do see Hollywood really pushing out movies about destruction. Some of you may have noticed this week, 2012 has hit the screens, yes? And there they are, great massive earthquakes making roads buckle, tidal waves that consume the Himalayas. It's not painting a pretty picture. Recently we had a movie called The Knowing, where solar flares are coming through and we're all being barbecued. So really, Hollywood is picking up on our collective fear and it is trying to capitalise on it. There's a lot of books out there all talking about the end. It's all based on the main prophecies. Now, some of you may have already heard of the main prophecies, yes? December 21st, 2012, end of time. It's the end of the fifth world. But are the Mayans really talking about end times, or are the Mayans really talking about a new era, a great shift? The shift, a great shift in consciousness, okay? But to date, fear's winning out, and most people have interpreted as the end times. You know how widespread it is. I had my son's 18-year-old friend come over to me the other day and said, Sue, December 21, are we all going to die? He said, it's bad enough, we've got all these earthquakes and all this. This is a teenager. They've got it in their collective. I had a student who's moving to Bowral. I said, Lynn, why are you moving to Bowral? Well, John of God has said that we have to be 2,000 feet above sea level. I said, why? She goes, well, that's how high the waters are going to rise in 2012. I said, that's just one prophet, one vision of the future. I'm not moving out of Sydney. I don't believe 2,000 feet waves are going to consume us. If we did have 2,000 feet waves coming, that would mean that the entire planet has done a total flip. And guess what? It doesn't matter where you are. You might move to Bowral. Yes, you missed the tidal wave, but you might end up in an earthquake zone or a volcano may just suddenly erupt. I mean, it's too catastrophic even to think that you'll be safe just because you moved to Bowral. And I said to her, just because one person said it, why aren't all psychics reporting the same situation? Why is everyone giving us a different take on what is happening in 2012? This is the things we're going to explore during this seminar. And we're really going to look at the potential. It's hard enough with the global financial crisis putting people into a negative state that fear and annihilation is going to work on our energetic levels. It's going to make us almost create that potential as a reality. Now, some of what people are talking about with the doom and gloom has some basis. There's a good chance that the Earth's weakening magnetism could allow solar flares in 2012. We do have the sun at an all-time minimum at the moment, and the solar winds can come through our weakening magnetic field. But what they don't tell you is that those protons, as they go into the atmosphere, are collected in the atmosphere. Telecommunications won't be wiped out. We won't be barbecued in the process. NASA has a 2-day warning. It turns off all the telecommunications so we don't slip into a dark age. But what those solar flares, those solar winds are doing, they're creating disturbances in the atmosphere. They're creating more powerful storms. So we will see in the next few years an increase of storms, of Disasters. We also have planetary alignments at the moment that are causing natural disasters. You may have noticed that in September, with the Saturn-Uranus opposition, that earthquakes came. We predicted that, but we used the stars for that. And we knew when they were going to happen. Saturn in Capricorn, the Earth, Uranus in Pisces, water, and they happened on cue. So then people say, well, if astrologers can predict earthquakes, why can't the Mayans be accurate in 2012? It is more our interpretation of the information that is misleading people. Okay? We are going to what is called the galactic alignment. We are returning to a point in the universe where we were at 26,000 years ago. And in the process, we are ending what is called the fifth age. We are simply ending one level of consciousness and moving into another. So rather than it being the end of the world as we know it, quick party while you can because the clock is ticking, it is trying to tell us that we are going to move up another level of consciousness. Okay? The Earth's magnetism is weakening. You may have noticed it in your Earth stars. Does anyone know about the Earth stars? Does anyone work with the Earth stars? Yes? Okay. For those that don't know the Earth star, it's at the bottom of your aura. It's an anchor point, comprised of the elements and some other forces. But the Earth star anchors you into this reality. Okay? Gravity stops you from falling over. The Earth star locks you into this 3D reality. And over the past 10, 15 years, there's been significant changes through the magnetism, the electromagnetism, into our Earth star. It's created confusion. It's created chaos. Animals lose their sense of direction. But on a positive note, Earth star changes are creating shifts in our awareness. We've had a critical shift, and it's going to get stronger and stronger. Our transpersonal point, for those that don't know, above the top of the aura, it filters in universal rays of consciousness. They have been expanding because of the earth energy that's rewiring us. So between the two of them, we have forces, energetic forces, trying to help us to evolve. A lot of the disasters we're seeing aren't just random events to scare us. They're trying to awaken us to the fact that we are co-creators.